Hey, welcome back to Level Up and Learn. I'm Shawn Winders,
And I am Taylor Ricker.
and we're going to be once again in Google Drive. We're going to have Callie Ervin showing us again some additional tricks in Google Drive. She's going to be working on the starring, which is a kind of favoriting system. This is great for our empowering learners with our students just getting them used to working in Drive as well as our staff. Module 1 really gets into, or Module 1 and 2 really get into getting us going into blended learning. And this is a great way of getting our staff well organized and plotting out the different directions they want to go and staying focused on their tools.
Yeah, absolutely. And with students too, really focusing on that blended learning, think about different projects, working with other students, just having that star option to make sure that they are continuing to go back to that project.
Well, without further ado, we'll have Callie Ervin showing us different tricks that we can do.
So today, our first searching tip in our Google Drive is called starring files or starring folders. You can star any type of file or folder in your drive. So this tip is kind of like favoriting or almost like bookmarking a file or a folder in your drive just so that you can find it really quickly and easily. So this is a great tip to use if you know that there's a specific file or a folder that you use every day or really frequently. That would be the type of file or folder that you would want to star so that you can get to it really quickly. So first, let's talk about how to add the stars, and then I'll show you where those go in your drive. So in my drive, you can see that I've got all my files and folders pulled up. And so from here, remember, you can save any file or folder with a star. So if I'm just looking at my drive screen, then I can right click on an item, and there's where I can add a star to that item. So I can add a star and it would star this entire folder, or I can go into my folder and maybe find a specific item that I want to star, and I can add the star that way too. So all I did was just right click on it and click add star, and it's going to put a star on that file. Sometimes you may have an item that's open in your drive and you think, well, I'm going to want to open this every day or refer back to this a lot. So what you can do is in your drive, if you have a file that's already open, then you can add a star to a file that's open too. So like here, if I have my weekly schedule open, then once it loads in, you'll see that there's a little star up here at the top next to the file name. So I can click on that little star and that's going to add the star. So anytime your star is yellow, you know that you've already started that file. So those are the two ways that you can add it. Right click and click add a star, or if the file's already open, just click on that little star icon up next to the file name. So now that we've started some things, where does it go? So if you'll look in the left-hand menu over here to the side of your drive, you've got lots of different options. One of those is starred. So anything that you've put a star on is going to go right here. So from now on, when you come into your drive, you're not going to have to click through all your folders to find that file. You can just click on starred, and there's anything that you've put a star on. So these are things that I know that I'm going to access a lot that I may need to come back to, like presentations that I'm working on, or the form that I ask everyone to fill out if they'd like to meet with me, things that I know that I'm going to have to refer back to every day, or if not every day, pretty frequently. So those are the kind of things that you want to star. Maybe lesson plans for the week, you can star that. Just star your lesson plan folder. Any folder or any file that you know that you're going to need to access a lot and you want to get to it quickly, you can use that star function. And remember, it's just going to be right here in the left hand side of your drive screen. So hopefully that helps. Work on getting through your files and folders and thinking, what do you use every day or really frequently, and right click on those and add a star to them so that you can find them really quickly in that starred folder in your drive menu.
And those are awesome techniques that she showcased. I know for a fact, starring was one of my favorite things, especially if I'm starting little mini projects and stuff. I'll star them and then just remember to go back and unstar so my star folder doesn't get overwhelmed. But if it's something I'm working on, I know I'm going to come right back to it. That is the easiest way of organizing yourself.
Absolutely. I think of it a lot like bookmarks just in Google Drive. Like, here's the things that I want to do. And I know she didn't focus or talk about unstarring, but that is something just as easy. Just right click and unstar, but just making sure that those are not a big long list of everything that's in your drive, but just those things that you're working on in the near future.
Not everything can be your favorite.
Right.
All right. Well, thank you again for Callie Ervin for showing us the tool, and continue to tune in. We'll continue working on Drive Series and future videos. Thank you, everyone. Hey, thank you for tuning in. Be sure to check out some of our additional videos, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and ring the bell so you can keep up to date with all future content. Thank you.